Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Little run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them, and he's still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Easy. Tomato.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. And that will blow up quickly as he's going to be stopped before it can even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Take right open. Here we go.
From the gun, let's try to run it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Hey, go. Hey, Ginger.
They'll send Green in motion left. And they'll run on the inside wall. He's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the red. They'll
defense for the Colts. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
All right, let's go. Hey, it's over.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now falling incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Think right. Son, this is a hunt. 11, Agate. Mommy. Silver.
Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
11.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Deep for Thomas. This is intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over here near the 40.
Lawrence's pass intercepted.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
It's rare for those moments to happen, incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1 yard
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Josh Downs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted on the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
11.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute and try to get back in this game?
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. His pass into the hands of Bellinger. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So a third and less than a yard. He missed on his first 3 passes, 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time to panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Hey, run! Hey, son, this one's hot. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. He'll try to pick it up himself. That is caught by a diamond toss. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, kill. On red. Same crap. Son, this one's hot. Here we go, son.
And they'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He was brought a gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
11. Hey, tomato.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Go. Rip, 23. Sink right open. Hey, Ginger. Jack. Jack, go now. Here we go.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Jaguars 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Good. 180. What's up?
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The Colts had 7 and 4 on the year. And they come out a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5.
Good. What's up?
Again, it's Taylor.
And he has met half the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brings up
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This now a 3rd and 4.
180. Alert, 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 alert. Done.
Mayfield.
Side has got it. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the knowledge you have. Make sure the ball's down. Didn't happen in this case.
The tackle made at the
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
This one's on. Heavy, heavy.
Now Lawrence. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia.
Lawrence brought down the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
And he will have the Jaguars first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
5-yard gain on the play.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Son. 11. Here we go, son.
Lawrence. Throws there. Incomplete.
I think he had to know that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Soko. Hey, sink right. Sink right. Easy. Read a 24. Read a 54. Big 13 heavy.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Okay, ready?
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Right, let's go. Hey, I'm gun.
Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Hey, Jupiter. 11. Hey, kill. 11. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, Lion. Hey, Ginger. Jack. There we go, son.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is incomplete.
That's going to have a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is pacing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They're spotted at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. Nice bombs away right there.
14.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step?
To the double coverage and intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over possession here. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
Well, it cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
23.
They begin to drive to the ground now. He'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The tackle made there by midfield. A gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
What's the back on this play? What's the back on this play? Big 13 heavy.
They go play action to Lawrence.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Easy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
9 maybe that's 2 yards short. He's going to get them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Logan
So
Cook
on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Fighting off the defender. So a good punt there with a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they're going to play this. Picked up by Tyson Campbell. He's on his way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you. Understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point is down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
17. Colts 14. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run that as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
11. Hey, easy. Route. Hey, Ginger.
Let's start on the ground here on first down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
11 at on red. Hey, son, settle.
And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He's going to have to get a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to hook up with his big tuck in and complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Travis Wood. And the Colts are ahead of the football here at their own. Yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense did its job, forcing a takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
One side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they have to come back, establish a rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Down at the 37-yard line.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Brings up second and
Certainly
8.
a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Point it right. Hurry! 180! Done!
Working out the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert 33! 180!
Throw, Mayfield. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40. before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of
third down conversion, good for 23.
And the Colts.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game.
40-yard line.
But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hurry, hurry! 20!
A give for Taylor around right side. And will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First
Outside
and goal
handoff
at
to
the
the right
5-yard
side.
line.
If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. DJ Giddens. He'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
You can do
goal.
one of two things after a
At the
penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get
5-yard line.
mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
180! Kings, Kings, Kings! Cut!
Here's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
For Mitchell Evans.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the
It's now
football. When you're
3rd
dealing with
and
those
goal.
big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Regular! 180! That's hot!
Mayfield off the play fake. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Colts have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Will Lutz lining up for the point
Lutz
after.
will look to add the extra point. It's been good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Colts 21, Jaguars 17. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end
at
line.
their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
Life is one that's going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And we're running back. Interception return for the Colts team. So that a real wrench thrown in there for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
yeah, partner probably should use a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in position to win.
What's good on the extra point? And that pushes the lead up to 11-17.
Will Lutz set to kick
So
off.
they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this pitch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this one's a defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Hot 70, hot 70.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down the right sideline. He will go. And he'll get this in the end zone. Touchdown. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Jags are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. He gets back for 4 down to the 1-yard line.
Keeps the score. Colts 28, Jaguars 23. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that it gets them wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run, and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit of play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
180.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Tatum. Jonathan Tatum. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Lutz with the extra point. And gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Score, Colts 35, Jaguars 23. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they'll have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll get up near the 45, split at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He's got Bellinger. This down at the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they pick up a 15 for Jacksonville. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
And the Jaguar first down.
Okay.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Here we go. Go.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Now Willis to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And brought down, but not before the inside the 25. 16 yards on time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Jaguars.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
19 Tiger.
Take this down just short of the goal line. You got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Pick up a 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready.
From the gun, here's Willis. Got his man. Touchdown. Jaguars. Daniel Bellinger from a yard out. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Jaguars 30. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts. They feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Good gain there on first down. Keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
It's now 3rd down.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 3rd and 6.
Run. What's up?
Now Mayfield. That one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Josh Dunn.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Pick it up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
180! What's that?
Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. This is 1st and 10.
Ready? 19, 18. Go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Allen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll get back all into the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
What an advantage having a lead guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ready.
Here's 2nd down.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They keep it on the ground. And he is slowing the ball at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Hey, tomato. Cut. Silver.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Final minute. 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Ginger. Cut.
Throwing now, Lawrence. The RPO will keep it safe. And that's going to be incomplete.
lost exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
On the red. Hey, Soko, hot.
Here's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. He can't get through. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So using a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd and long.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Warriors, Gravity Lions. Broncos.
Goes to you is you. Comes to me is me.
Throwing, Willis.
He's across for a touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Jaguars.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there.
Hey,
They'll go for 2 here.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Take right open.
They'll try and throw it for him.
So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th.
35.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this return going to come with a quick end as he is belted at the end of the road.
29-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Real. Set. 180. What's up?
Here's Baker. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he backs it away and it falls down incomplete.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Pistol. What's up?
Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got it in, complete. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Could change that dial.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz.
62-yard
This
attempt.
from Tom Dempsey range here. This doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one.